morning, everybody. It's January 22nd, 2025. I'm in the Athens, Georgia area. You're here with Coffee with Malcolm. Got my coffee mug going on here. Fresh pot of coffee, nice, hot, and tasty. A little bit of snow outside. I'm in the Athens, Georgia area. Snowed again. What's up with that? It's not much. It's a little bit of dusting out there, but still, it's snow in Georgia. I can get it. But anyway, we got our poll up here and everything for you guys to answer and chime in. The poll today, if you're watching this later on, is does snow in Georgia mean the climate crisis is over? Answer is yes, no, and are you kidding me? So, a little fun, whimsical little poll we do every day on the show here. But yeah, it's actually got snow outside today. And I know some people are like, look at snow, big deal. It happens once every 10 years or something here. And everybody freaks out. I did a little video, WTF News snow edition, and I was like a news anchor out there talking about the snow and how it's causing complete chaos and everything. But here we are again with another little dusting of snow on the ground. And wow, I have to go to work. Luckily, I live really close to work. I should be fine getting there. Not a problem for me. But I work at the post office. Some people may not show up, call in because of dangerous roads, ice on bridges. Some people drive an hour to get to work at the post office, and conditions may not be favorable for them. So, just if anybody's out there, I know you guys have probably heard this a million times, but please be safe out there. You don't have to drive. Your job will be there. It's best that you're safe and you're not causing accidents or getting in one yourself. You should just chill and relax and have a cup of coffee. I know that's not possible for everybody, but if you have the option, take the option to stay home and relax and not get out in bad weather, wherever you may be. Just like a little safety tip. Hey, Wesley, how's it going? Make a snow angel? No, thank you. Hey, Justice, I'm not playing down in the snow. I saw another YouTuber, a guy down in Louisiana. He does a bunch of shorts. And he had like 5 or 6 inches of snow in Louisiana, which is further south if you're not here in the States. And he had tons of snow. He was literally playing in the snow, doing snow angels, and, for his audience and stuff like that, which is fun and amusing. I'm kind of lame when it comes to that. I really don't have a desire to go plop in a half an inch of snow outside to do that. So, why is it a sad coffee day? I was wondering if anybody's reading this sign or not. My favorite mug is cracked. This mug is no longer usable. Now, I know you can't see it in the camera, but I had some coffee left over in the pot yesterday, and I just decided I'll warm it in the microwave. Done it a million times. Not particularly with this mug, but I have warmed up coffee in a mug in the microwave, no problem. Well, this one obviously is not microwave safe, and it got a crack all the way down. You can't see it, but it's all the way there, and coffee kind of drips out of the side of the cup. It's a sad coffee day. It's not streaming. Shelf it. I thought about doing a burial video, taking it out back and having like a little ceremony and burying it. I mean, yeah, my favorite mug. And I got this at like I don't know if you're familiar with like Big Lots and Ollie's. There are these stores that get a bunch of random things inside. A lot of them are returns from the internet and other type of stuff or mismatched things or whatever. And that's where I got this mug. Now, I might be able to surf on the internet and eBay, and somebody out there may have a mug just like this for sale. I don't know, but if they do, I'm going to buy it. It'll be Liquid Energy 2.0, and it will never go in a microwave. In Japan. Oh, man. But these trusty little mugs that I have with Coffee Malcolm are dishwasher safe and microwave safe. And so if you happen to get one of these gifted to you, you should be okay to wash it, microwave it, and whatever else with no problem. Oh, speaking of Ramesh's mug, I sent him a mug back in like November. He lives in India. Sent it to him. So I started digging. I was kind of playing it off like, dude, you gotta contact the India post office. You gotta contact them. So I went online. And I said, you know what? I'll try to contact them. And I got on the website for the postal service in India and found a list of customer support people emails. And I sent them a blanket email with the tracking number and the situation regarding this package. I didn't get a response yesterday because the time difference and whatnot. So when I get into work this morning, I'll check my emails at the post office, and maybe I got a response. Maybe I'll be able to help Ramesh after 3 months get his coffee mug. We got to get this done for him. And I tagged Ramesh. I tagged Ramesh in the email, so he should be part of the email chain. And hopefully somebody will communicate with me from India. I use my post office email, so it's an official email. It's not just some random person emailing the postal service in India. So maybe they will take that seriously and help me help Ramesh. So yeah, I got it. Yeah, you're the one coming to Chicago, weather permitting. I probably won't get refunded. I do work for post office. I could get a refund. But there's like ethical things regarding that. It's kind of a gray area, me being a postal worker and then like shipping things and then getting refunds. I mean, technically, yes, I could get a refund for shipping the item because it didn't make it there. But if I did that multiple times, it would look like I'm shipping things on purpose, knowing that they're not going to get there just so I can get a refund or something crazy like that. It's weird. It's the government. It's not worth it. I'm not going to play any game with that. I'm just going to let it ride. Hopefully we'll get it found for him, though. Hopefully we'll get it found for him. So, yeah, I don't want to draw attention to myself mailing stuff out. I like using the postal service, mainly because I work there and I want to support the business that I'm in. But I think they do a good job if you know the right way to do things. And I know that sounds kind of belittling to some people, but working in the business, there are some things that you have to consider when these glasses are crooked as hell. Look at that. Anyway, when you're shipping something, things like penmanship on the package or letter, it needs to be legible for a machine to decipher what's on it and get it where it belongs. That's like the biggest thing. If you got sloppy handwriting or you use some crazy cursive script that's printed out on your computer, it's probably not going to make it there, at least not on time. So if you write like a 4-year-old with a fat crayon, you may want to get somebody else to write the label for you. Just saying. Yeah, they were talking about a little dusting of snow, and I think we got a good inch or so of snow outside. I don't know if you can see it that well, but there it is. There's the snow outside. Kind of slushy on the road there, but that's outside my window. And for people in Georgia, that's a big deal. That's like the apocalypse or something, So, yeah. You use the QR code for shipping. Exactly. Show the QR code. We'll print the label with the address and everything perfectly for you. Slap it on the package. Bob's your uncle. It's on its way, and it's going to get there in a timely manner. Unless you're in Kentucky for some reason. I was talking. Who was it on here that was saying something about the? Oh no, my groups. One of these guys lives in Kentucky and said that their postal system has gone to and back. But anyway, it. Like I said, I work for the post office. If you have post office questions, feel free to ask them. I don't mind helping you out. And my email is coffeewithmalcolm@gmail.com. You can shoot me an email. I'd be happy to look up a package, do whatever I can I'll be your inside connection to the Postal Service here in the United States. I will take that on. I will carry that torch for my audience. So, but anyway, yeah, it's a sad coffee day. I put coffee in this thing this morning, and I was like, I'm going to have a podcast. I can't really see the crack in it right now. It's like a hair thin. It's so thin and so little. But in the right light and the coffee oozing out of the cup, it went all the way down. All the way down. So, yeah. I can't even see it right now in this low light. But anyway. Yeah, Johnny, I I sent you my information. So we can hook up together and figure out this Discord thing. It's like a chat program that you guys can chat with me throughout the day and stuff like that. Now, I'm not going to monitor it 24/7 like a hawk. You may not get a response right away. I do have a life outside of this 45-minute podcast. So, but I will participate. So I was looking at some stuff on the internet, some good news. And one of the good news topics was that over the last 3 decades, nearly everyone in Bangladesh gained access to basic electricity. Just basic electricity. And just a little stats here. In 1991, only 14% of the nation had access to electricity in Bangladesh. Only 14%. And now they're up to 99%. So, we take electricity for granted here in the States, and running water, and Canada, a bunch of first world countries, you will. It's just something that we have, and it's just always there. And I'd like to give a shout out to anybody who is a lineman, works for a power company, fixes power lines, or keeps the power plant going. I mean, we really don't think about those ladies and gentlemen that are at the power plant itself, ensuring that it's running smoothly so we can have electricity to heat our homes and cook food and do stupid podcasts, things like that. Yes, we need to thank the first responders like firemen, paramedics, police, things like that too. But there's some unsung heroes out there. And I think one of them is the people who keep the electricity on for us here in the United States and in Canada and all those other places too. Everybody screams about the men in uniform, but you got these people in the shadows that really don't get publicity and get the thanks and gratitude they deserve. So yeah, linemen and people who work for the power company in your area, you may not like the price of your power bill, but you're definitely happy that your power is on, and you're not like Bangladesh, where only 14% of the population had electricity. So keep that in mind. Food for thought for today. Make sure you hit the like button, guys. Do the thumbs up thing for me, please, if you don't mind. Truck drivers are another good thing that goes on in our country as well, transporting goods. We are a material world here in the United States. We love our stuff. I got neon signs. I got boards over here, shelves, little books, coffee mugs. I buy gadgets and gizmos all the time. And they've got to get from point A to point B somewhere by train or truck. Another unsung hero that helps keeping the nation running and getting things they need. So yeah, and then your local municipalities that keep the water running for you as well and fix the pipes that burst, the main pipes and things like that. They're in there shoveling and mud and dirt, putting the pipes back together so you can have fresh water. I mean, there's a lot of things goes on in the background that we don't really think about from day to day, And so, yeah, big shout out to Terry. He's one of our viewers, subscribers. He's a truck driver. He's out and about all the time. And yeah, former veteran. Well, he's always a veteran. I shouldn't say former. I'm a veteran, not former. But he's a veteran and a truck driver. Really nice guy. Shout out to him as well. But yeah, kudos to these people that do these type of things. It's just something I think I wanted to get put out there for everybody to kind of think about a little bit. For me to sit here comfortably and not be shivering in the snow and have the ability to sit here and play on the internet is a luxury to some people in the world. Absolute luxury. So yeah. I went to places around the world. I got to see how other places lived, and some of them were amazing and just as high tech. South Korea is just as high tech, even more high tech than the United States is. Amazing place to go visit. But at the same time, we went to Iraq, and they're basically, two cups in a string. It's totally different world they live in. They don't have the basic luxuries we take for granted, but they seem to still be happy all the time for the most part. I do remember that being in Iraq and going to these neighboring towns, and they were just totally content. They thought the world was great and everything was hunky dory. I never saw anybody on the corner of the street with a cardboard sign begging for money in Iraq. And then Johnny wants to thank the fast food workers gave him coffee this morning. Hey, Ramesh, how's it going? So we're kind of saluting those people out there that do all this stuff for us in the background. Let me, I'm going to step aside, refill my coffee real quick. I'll be right back. I got to grab something, okay? Okay, guys, thank you for your patience and understanding. Obviously, the snow has caused a crisis in the Postal Service. I got my post office phone, and I need to check my email real quick while I have you guys on the stream. I do apologize for that, but I have to check the emails and see what our status is for today regarding mail delivery. And are they shutting down different post offices? Are they delivering mail on the streets? And things like that. So give me just a minute to double check that real quick. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Because I have people texting me, coworkers, hey, have you heard anything? Are we open today? I don't have anything yet. So that's all good. You guys are chatting in the active in the chat. I love that. Hey, nobody's hitting the like button for me. You got to hit that like button, guys. Help a guy out. Let's see here. Switch that over to this guy. And we'll put this over here like that. And we'll get this other stuff going. But I don't have any emails for my coworkers to, let's see here. Got 2 likes, 3 likes. There's a couple likes. It's not showing on my end. But anyway, let me turn that down a little bit. There we go. I got too much going on this morning. It's kind of a little hectic this morning. That's what an inch of snow does for us here. Everybody goes bonkers. Let me answer one of my coworkers here. Let them know I haven't gotten any information yet. Kind of multitasking here. I appreciate you guys' patience with me with all this going on. But I do not have any alerts on the post office phone, which I get my emails on and things like that. And so, yeah. But anyway, first one, like, go Ramesh. Oh, man. But anywho, yeah, Bangladesh just getting electricity. That's just phenomenal and insane. And there's some other facts and stats regarding that as well. But I'm not going to go into all that. I don't want to bore you guys with stats all morning long. But let's see. People are texting me now. It's going crazy. Schools closed in the area. They shut down the schools. No buses riding around. They sent kids home early yesterday in this area with the forecast of it's supposed to be just a light dusting. But yeah, they completely shut the schools down. We don't have snow tires. And we don't have an abundance of plows and salt trucks to keep the roads clear like they do up north. The main major roads will be cleared off, but all these side roads, not. And yeah, some people don't know how to drive. Some people don't know how to drive. So, the Houston had a bunch of snow as well. I haven't looked at Houston. I saw that one guy getting snow in Louisiana, and like I said, it was like a good 6 inches of snow. And this is a grown man that does all these short videos of him dancing on cameras, Michael Myers and stuff. You may have seen him. I can't think of his YouTube name right now, but he does these little short skits where he's doing like a dance off against Michael Myers. You just have to look it up. But it's a really cool laid back guy, and he does live streams sometimes in the evenings or during the day. And he did one yesterday because of the snow, and he was actually out there plopping in the snow and doing snow angels and laughing and cutting up. Great guy. Yeah, but that was just wild to me to see that much snow in Louisiana. I mean, that's Florida's on. You can only get more south if you were in Florida. So I think of Louisiana. I think of swamps and mosquitoes. I don't think of 6 inches of snow. Yeah, he always throws his glasses. He has these dance offs with. He dresses up as Michael Myers, and he dances great. He's got all these different dance moves and stuff. And some people can dance. I cannot dance. Nope, I cannot dance to save my life. I would be, if you ever watched Seinfeld and you saw how Elaine dances when she's like, doing all this stuff like that would be me, but 10 times worse. I cannot dance. I have tried. I made a fool of myself when I was younger trying to dance. And I was like, I'm not going to do that. Dancing's not for everybody. But this guy can dance. And he makes some pretty funny videos dancing off against himself as Michael Myers. He's got a huge following. Great guy. Like I said, catching him on his live. Really laid back guy. Really nice. Hey, Ved, how's it going this morning? Thanks for joining us here on Coffee with Malcolm. We're just kind of chatting as usual, talking about the weather, the snow and stuff. I do like one thing about when it gets when there's like frost on top of the houses, it's really thin. You can tell by looking at your neighbors who has good insulation in their attic. Because if you see lines of snow on top of the house and it's thawed out in between those lines are where the rafters are, and between it is there's no insulation, and it's just plywood and shingles, and it melts the snow, and hence they have poor insulation in their attic. And you can kind of look around, including your own house, and see, you know what, I may need to get more insulation in my house if I want to save on energy. It's, if you've never experienced snow, it's okay. I mean, as a kid, you would love it. You play around in it, you sled. Some people just, go skiing, snowboarding, do all kinds of stuff in the snow and just absolutely love it. I myself am not a fan of cold weather. As a kid, go out there and I remember as a kid, sometimes I didn't have gloves, so I would put two pairs of socks on my hands like mittens, so I could go out there and throw snowballs and play in the snow, and I'd still freeze to death. But as a kid, you're like, I don't care. I lost a finger. All right. And you just keep going out there playing stuff. All right, let's see here. Getting more text messages. But I have to keep checking this email, guys. I appreciate your patience with that. Nothing's come across the email chain just yet. Got some correspondence on a question I threw out there in the email. And but right now, I don't have anything going on. So it's silent on the post office email right now. But anyway. Yeah, cold is painful to me. I consider it to be painful. I'm a wimp when it comes to cold. I've said that 100 times, guys. I just don't like the cold. I can tolerate it. I'll put on layers. I'm going to still go to work. My Subaru's got all-wheel drive. It's got this X mode for gain traction in either mud or snow. And I'll just flip it into X mode, as they call it. And I'll be able to just cruise right down the road. Not fast, but safely down the road and make it work just fine. So no problems there. I'm not scared or worried about that. But yeah, make it down there just fine. Yeah, and the homeless people in the cold too. That's yeah, that is a That's a thing to think about. Another thing to be thankful that you have a roof over your head. You know, a lot of things to be thankful for every day that we really don't take the time and just consider, you know. And then the point he made was about the Johnny was talking about are the people who are homeless. And that is a sad truth around the world. Whether you're getting monsoons all year long, like Ved was talking about, or you live in here in the States and you're hiding out underneath a bridge. There's homeless people around the world. And one thing I noticed the last time we had snow down here in the Atlanta area is they were hyper focused on traffic and school closures and people being safe on the roads and all this stuff. But not one time on multiple channels in the Atlanta area that I did not see was any mention of warming shelters for people out there who may have lost electricity or homeless, living in their cars or whatever the case may be. Nobody mentioned anything about warming shelters, people finding refuge in the cold. None of that was mentioned. I thought that was kind of odd. You know, they didn't mention that one time. And I know they don't want to like focus on the homeless because it looks bad on the city. But yeah, it's going to be rough. I'm trying to read the comments as well. But yeah, it's -13 abnorm. Oh my goodness. No way. No way. I'm sitting at 18 degrees Fahrenheit right now. I'm not sure what that is Celsius. You guys will have to convert that yourself. But 18 degrees is pretty cold. Got National Weather Service, winter storm warnings, all these things in effect. It's the end of the world as we know it type stuff. But, you know, I've never really had the opportunity to go out there and personally help and give items to homeless people. I'm skeptical about giving money to people on the corner of the street because a lot of them are scam artists and they just dress up like homeless to get cash on the corner. And then you find them later in a brand new minivan driving down the road to their house. And I've witnessed that. So I'm very leery about giving cash to somebody on the street corner. And there is some homeless people in the area that I'm in the city. But I don't know. That's a good thing, Johnny. You're right. And you can get sleeping bags at Walmart for like $25. Now I know they're not like Sub-Zero sleeping bags, right? But it's something. So if you are like Abnorm or Johnny there and want to have something in your car that you can kind of hand out every once in a while if you see somebody like that, wouldn't hurt, you know? Maybe a case of water, and not just for anybody else. Could be for yourself. If you get stranded in your car, you might want to have that sleeping bag handy that you can pop out and keep warm in your car if you're stranded on the side of the road, or a case of bottled water so you can have something to drink. I keep granola bars in my car, so if I'm driving down the road and I get stuck in traffic, I'm hungry, I got something to eat. I'm not starving by any means, but or if I just don't want to stop, I'm in a hurry, I can just pop the granola bar and eat. But if I got stranded, I would have something to eat in the car, you know, last me a few hours. Blankets, gloves, extra hoodie. A lot of these things you can get at places like Walmart pretty cheap. If you have the means to do so, why not? You know, why not be able to hand somebody a beanie cap, a hoodie, some fresh socks, maybe a sleeping bag or something in your car? I just haven't really encountered a lot of homeless people personally. I don't really keep that kind of stuff in my car. But, you know, Wesley just wants to cuddle with people. Wesley had to be weird. I'll just cuddle up with him. I'll keep him warm with my own body. I don't know, man. I don't know. But if you know, and I have the means to do so, I should go ahead. That's a good idea. I think I will make a trip at some point, maybe tomorrow, next day or something like that, and buy just a couple of items and keep it in the back of the car. Some basic stuff. If I run across somebody in the wintertime that needs a jacket or a hoodie or something like that, I can not throw it at them. Here's your hoodie. Take your stuff and get away from me. You know, I would hand it to them. It'd be like, here you go. Stay warm, hope the best for you, something like that. I can't take them home. I'm not going to take people home to my house. You really can't trust people these days to come into your home. I do remember one time in Tennessee, we had a snowstorm up by Nashville, and it was kind of, I wouldn't call it a blizzard, but it was pretty heavy snow. It knocked out a lot of power lines. It clogged up a lot of roads. It was thick snow. And they called us in to the Army National Guard. They called us in to go out there and help the local populace. And that was one of the missions we have as National Guard. So we went out there. We showed up. I couldn't go to work, and I needed money. So they were taking volunteers. They weren't ordering us to come in. And I went in. This is like in the late 90s. And we hopped in some Humvees and went out there and started rescuing people off the interstate and bringing them into town to these churches that were opening up their basements and the church areas to keep people warm. So, yeah, I do remember that. We're talking about changing body heat and stuff. But I do remember pulling up to this one car. You know how you do those little turnarounds in the middle of the interstate on the median where like the police can turn around, the ambulance or something like that? Well, this car was stranded there. And our thing was, and cars were just littered all over the interstate, just stuck. We were checking on people, and they're like, "No, we're good." But there's one car was stranded. So we went over there, and it was these two ladies and two kids in this little car. And the car had died on them or something. It wasn't moving. We're like, "Hey, we're here to pull you into town, get you some shelter, some food, things like that. If you'll just hop in the vehicle with us, we'll take you into town. You won't have to worry about anything. And then when this all gets cleared up, we can bring you out back to your car." And they were paranoid. They did not want anything to do with us. Just me and one other guy. We're in full uniform and everything. It wasn't like we were in there in overalls and camouflage. It's like a real tree. We had our actual military uniforms on. And we came out like, "No, look, we're here to help you. We've been sent out to get people off the road and get them into safe places." And we basically had to tell them, "Look, you're getting in this vehicle and you're coming back to the shelter whether you like it or not. And we're not leaving you out here. This is ridiculous. Just come with us." And they finally got in. They piled in. And we took our time, slow, carefully, got into town, went to one of the big churches in town where they were accepting people in. So, which is really nice. It's rare for me to witness where the churches actually open up their doors to people in need, which is kind of hypocritical and ironic. But they were so cautious. They did not want to get out of the vehicle. They thought they were in trouble. They thought we were like taking them to jail or something. I don't know. They were completely freaking out. They weren't saying anything, but the look in their eyes were like, "Holy crap, what do we get ourselves into? Where are they taking us? Who are these people? Are we going in there with it?" And they were just scared to death. And we tried to call them. I was like, "Look, this is an organized effort to get people off the roads." It was just so bizarre. And we dropped them off at that church, and the people, they were like, "Come on in. We got hot coffee and cocoa and some food in here for you guys. We got some blankets. You guys can, get shelter in here." But it puzzled me how scared and petrified they were of actually being picked up and carried into town so they wouldn't have to freeze in their car. I don't know. I'm from the government, and I'm here to help. Yeah, probably didn't scare them anything. "Well, I'm here with the government. We're here to take you in to get you some shelter." Yeah, that's it. And we won't put you to work or anything. Yeah. Maybe that's why they were so scared. Two guys in army uniforms. "You're coming in the vehicle with us, whether you like it or not." We didn't say it like that. We were like, "Hey, we were very polite. We're, with the local unit here. We want to bring you in shelter." And they're like, "No, we're fine. I was like, "No, come on. We got places to take you. It's our job to get everybody off the interstate that we can." We didn't bark orders at them, but we did at the points like, "Look, you need to get in the vehicle." These kids were shivering in the cold. And that's what motivated me. I saw these little kids bundled up in the back of the car, but they weren't bundled up to go camping in the snow, And I was more aggravated at these women not wanting to take advantage of a place that can help keep their kids warm. And that was what was so bizarre, I don't know. We went out, we helped a few people. Then they sent us out with chainsaws to go clear roads into remote areas. And so for like a week or so, we were just out riding around with chainsaws, chopping trees and pushing them off to the side and clearing roads. Almost cut my leg off with a chainsaw. Yeah. All kinds of good stuff like that. We're Muslim. You want to take us to a church? And I highly, seriously doubt they were Muslim, worried about going into a church. I doubt they were Jewish going to a church either. But even then, if they're really religious, they're not going to, refuse shelter and safe haven just to die in their car because of their religion. No. No, I don't think so. No. But when you said that, I thought about it. Yeah, we probably did scare them coming up there just out of the blue and just yanked them out of their car. We didn't zip tie them and drag them across the snow. It's like, come on, lady. It took us about 15 minutes to convince them to get in the vehicle with us so we could take them to shelter. It was just very aggravating. You guys are just still going on. Come with me if you want to live. Get to the chopper. Everybody now. Get into the car. We'll take you to shelter. Should have done my Arnold Schwarzenegger impersonation. Get out. Get out of the car now. Dead or alive, you're coming with me. Oh, wait, that's RoboCop. Get to the chopper. There was a comedian who made fun of Arnold Schwarzenegger, as they all have at one point or another. But at the time, it was very relevant. And he's saying, that he was very serious. He's on this talk radio. He's like, do you hear about Arnold Schwarzenegger's new movie? And I'm like, no. It's like, yeah, he's going to play Jesus in his new movie because he's got those taglines that he always uses. And, they'll work perfect. And he's going to be awesome as Jesus in a movie. They're like, how is that going to play? Well, he's got those sayings that he always says. You can see him come up to the disciples fishing with it. Come with me now. I will take you there. Come with me. Get out of your boats now. And then he's like, when he's being crucified, he's on the cross going, I'll be back. I thought that was hilarious. Come with me if you want to live. Oh. You almost lost your coffee. Yeah, the Arnold Schwarzenegger one's pretty easy for me to do. I still wish I could do Trump really well, but I can't. I can do an impersonation of George W. Bush kind of good, I tell you what, boys and girls, you had this here snow down in Texas. People be sliding all over the damn place. You know what I'm saying? We'd have to get propane torches on the front of the cars, make sure we melt it as we go down the road. That'd be kind of sweet. What you think? Yeah, this is W signing out. Yeah. Bill Clinton, that's a good one to impersonation to do as well. Bush did you see Bush in the inauguration? He's sitting there and he's just kind of looking around. And he had this look on his. I think he's hilarious. He wasn't. I'm not saying he was a good or bad president, but as a person, I thought he was just hilarious. His little antics, things he would say and do. It's just too funny. Even on the inauguration just the other day, he was sitting there and he's looking and he spots somebody, and he starts doing his eyebrows like that, and his face gets red. He starts to smile because he's like embarrassed or something. I don't know who he was looking at, but they made some meme out of it on Twitter and of him making those faces and him on Zaza or whatever else. I see one of my friends across the audience there. I used to live in that house right there. Truck's going inside. It'll be all right. I wish I could do Barack Obama's voice. I've never really tried. I used to do all kinds of impersonations that were more relevant in the 90s than they are today. Yeah. When he had the shoe thrown at him. Yeah, I saw that one. some guy threw a sandal at him. It was actually a sandal, and he was having a press conference, and some guy threw a sandal at President Bush during a news conference, and he just kind of went like this. He's like, "Hey, missed me. Hey, you gotta get your other shoe out here, man." Oh my gosh. Oh, let's see. I get more messages. No, everything's going crazy. Where's that? There's that. Let's turn that down here too. There we go. But anyway, yeah, good old presidents. Oh man, let's see here. Oh, we're getting some emails in. Right now, it looks like business as usual. People are showing up at the offices. They're shooting out all their morning emails like they normally do. You know, get this report done, get that report done, expect this and that and the other. I don't know. They haven't said anything. I'll find out when I actually get to the office. I'm sure we'll have a Zoom meeting. Yeah. It's almost time to go. 4 more minutes. We need like a timer. We need to put a little digital clock up here on the wall counting down. I get confused because the screen is reversed. So when I'm trying to point stuff behind me, I get confused. That's why I'm like this. But anyway. Oh, the marathon, that's like if I have work off on a holiday, I'll do a marathon. Maybe I'll do that again. I'm surprised you guys hung out with me all day long on the Monday marathon. I thought I would be boring after a while. So I don't know. I don't really want to do that too often. But anywho, I had some other ideas for some other little video skits I'm thinking about doing. One's going to be, I don't want to spoil it. You'll see. It's going to be these little 30-second skits. And it's gonna require people to respond to the video. It's an idea I have to get more people engaged in the little videos where I do something and the audience has to guess what it is. That's basically what I'm going to give you guys right now. I'm not going to divulge anything else about it. But yeah, I think it'll be interactive and fun. I can start doing those every few days. It's going to be really easy to do. And now that CapCut's back up and running, I'll be able to edit the videos and publish them as well. I'll have a whole new playlist for this idea. If it works out well, it's going to have a bunch of videos on it as well. It's just another idea that kind of popped in my head that I've been wanting to do for a little while and I haven't put into place. I was going to do it last night, but with the snow and stuff, and I was watching a movie, I watched, oh gosh, I can't remember the name of the movie I watched. It wasn't that great. Den of Thieves. I watched it on the streaming service on brand new TV last night. Den of Thieves. It was all right. Had a little plot twist at the end, and the reason I was interested in that because Den of Thieves 2 is in theaters right now. So I haven't been to the movies since last summer when I watched Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm thinking about going this weekend and watching Den of Thieves 2. Movie theaters are getting hit hard. They only have like 4 movies to watch in the theaters. And with the live streaming, not live, but with everybody streaming stuff at home and having these 90-inch flat screen TVs in their homes, it's like a movie theater at home. And I'm surprised we even have movie theaters anymore, honestly. But this one's supposed to have like recliners. You can push a button, order food. They'll come wait on you while you're watching the movie and stuff. So they really have to like step up their game to get people to come in and watch movies nowadays. And the one theater here in town does that, actually has recliners, and they show pictures of you like kick back, your feet up, watching the movie, hit a button, they serve you food and bring you drinks. But the only thing you have to do is get up and go to the bathroom in the middle of the movie. They can't help you there. Probably not yet, but at some point I'm sure they'll find a way. Yeah. Oh, wait, and see, we're talking about the cold outside again. No more Seinfeld. Yeah, man, Google's algorithm picked up on the Seinfeld. They picked up like the 30 seconds of Squid Games and totally killed my video, blocked it. It's not viewable anymore. I can't have anything running in the background, music or TV wise at all. I have to just kind of sitting in a room with echoes and talk to you guys this way. Drive-in movie theaters. I never got to go to a drive-in movie theater. They almost made a comeback there for a little while as like a nostalgia type thing, but yeah, I think it kind of fizzled away. People trying to revive drive-in theaters. It's just not the same. Just like Blockbuster video stores, everything's online now. It's totally changed the landscape. Totally changed the landscape. Well, it is 7:45. Our time is up. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I think we had a good little conversation. As always, we seem to manage a good conversation each morning, and I thank you guys for that. Thanks for tuning in and watching. Like, subscribe, watch some other videos. Stay tuned for my new skit coming out. I'll probably start working on that tonight and start rolling that out. There's a Discord that we're working on. We're going to get that going as well, so you guys can engage with me and others that like the channel throughout the day if you want to, like a chat room type thing. So that's coming up as well. I'll start including that in the description of the videos. But other than that, have a great day, guys. Compliment a stranger. Carry a hoodie and a blanket in your car if you're in cold weather and you see somebody on the side of the road. That could be your good deed for the day. So, but thanks again for watching, guys. I hope you guys have a great day. I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, guys. Bye.